this is something that might also create a little controversy, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. So at this particular lifetime, where we are right now, where we're moving into this new way of being, this new elevated consciousness, my gods are jumping again. What we want you to understand is that there's no human on earth that is creating new karma that is of the heavy, dense nature. We want you to recognize that every human at this particular time is undoing the old, heavy, dense nature of the energetic pattern that is of the old ways. It's all breaking down so that the individuals can see the new path and gain the understanding that they can elevate and they will not go back to the way that's of the heavy, dense energy. Okay, so what they're saying is that basically all of us humans on earth at this time are breaking karmic patterns we are not creating, because what we're doing is we're clearing all of the old energy patterns so that we can elevate in consciousness.
Whoa, that is huge.
Okay,
For
so
those listening to orient into that, like that's
yeah.
really huge.
Well, and it's hard to understand when, it's like I do these sessions with people. I've done so many of these sessions with people, and it's the same energy every time. So let's say that, we come into this earth and we're born into families that are very abusive. And there's so many of these situations where children have not had the ideal family structure. But in every situation, there's karmic energy that we're bringing into this particular lifetime to break these old patterns. Now, with that being said, you look at how many times that we have been in different lifetimes that we've suffered from abusive behavior, having our voice taken away, being slavery, being suppressed, all of these different things, making you feel small, taking away, your value, all of these different situations that we've lived lifetimes through. And we're in this particular lifetime where we may have been put in a traumatic situation for us to be able to look at and recognize that we can break this energetic pattern that we've been carrying through lifetimes. In this particular lifetime, it's time for us to look at these patterns and understand that I can break this energy pattern and I can break it for eternity. And once I let that pattern go, I will never go back to that again. Now, with this understanding, so we I'm sure that most of the people that are watching this understand that there's been enough people talk about elevating to this fifth dimension of consciousness. And the way that my guides always talk about the fifth dimension, they call it the institution of joy. So, okay, people have problems with third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension. Okay, throw all of the dimensions away. Let's throw all that away and let's just make it really easy. We are moving into this place of happiness and joy. And this is what the universe has set us up for. They're setting us up to let go of any of this old energetic, all of these patterns, all these belief systems, the trauma and that stuff that weighs us down and makes us feel heavy. We're all being given the opportunities to let that go. When we start letting this go and break down this old energy, we move into a place of lightness. We become lighter. We less burdens. We're not carrying the world on our back. All of these things, we're letting all of that go and we're becoming lighter. So in the sense of becoming lighter, you start finding your heart opening. You start finding that you might laugh a little bit more. You might find that you see the miraculous gifts that are given us around us. You're going to start recognizing the synchronicities. And then you start finding that the things that you felt like you had to do that felt so heavy to you, you realize you don't have to do anymore. And so then you move into this place of living in the institution of joy. And the institution of joy is the fifth dimension. So, again, let's just throw all of that stuff out and recognize that we're in this time right now to get happy. We're in this time right now to find our own value, to find the love that lies within me, to find my happiness and joy, not to please everybody else and live in these old constructs of belief systems that kept us all confined, but to set ourselves free and live in the happiness and the joy that we're really intended to be, to live in and to be in. And so when we talk about breaking these old karmic patterns, that's why we're here at this particular time to break these patterns, because we're at this beautiful time where the universe and all of our guides and all of our helpers are saying, would you hurry up and get happy? We just want you to laugh a little bit more. We want you to have more joy. But it's up to us and our human construct and this human mind to accept that idea and to move into it.
Hey there, Inspired Evolutionary. If you absolutely loved this, well then here's a full conversation with this guest on the Inspired Evolution podcast. Check it out now.